So it is 7:07, and we are calling the meeting to order. I'm not calling Heidi absent at this point because she was going to go and join us. So unless she doesn't show up,
Cisa,
yep,
I have a question. Did you see the latest on Heidi's email?
no.
Okay. I think there's an indication she may be a little late.
Okay, which is good. I know she's in the middle of selling her house also, right?
Yeah, she sounded very busy this evening. I saw.
Wow.
You know, I must not have gotten that email, but thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, her son, well, I'm not going to get into it, but just read it.
Yeah. Oh, I just see this here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Mary, who is right here on my screen, I'm pointing to you, Mary, but I don't taking the minutes. So we won't mark Heidi as absent. So the one thing that I do want to do is we have a quorum. Can we approve the 10-20 minutes? They were excellent minutes done by Heidi, and I thought they were very complete. Are there any issues that you can see with the minutes?
No.
They look fine to me.
Does anyone want to move the minutes?
I'll move the minutes.
And who is the I?
Kathy.
Kathy. Oh, good.
Aye.
Kathy moves the minutes, and who would like to second them?
I will.
Oh,
That's Leslie, right? Leslie Powell moved them? Yeah,
I read it.
second. Everyone in favor, and now because it's a Zoom meeting, we each have to say aye. So everyone in favor, Mary Pinero,
Aye.
Lori,
Aye.
I'm just going down the screen. Leslie Dinell,
Aye.
Sitska, aye. Deborah,
Aye.
and then you two guys moved them, so we should be fine.
Okay.
So good.
Hey, what
So
about me?
Oh, I'm sorry, because I don't see your face.
Karen says aye.
Thank you. And Karen, aye. Thank you. You know, I'm just
You're
going
welcome.
down the screen, down the faces. So one of the questions that Lori had that I thought was an interesting question, and I did put that question in an attachment to all of you, is what is the meaning of a unified landscape? And because
Oh, Sitska, that wasn't for me. I don't know
who said
Lori.
me?
Lori's.
No, Lori, I meant Heidi.
Okay.
Sorry, Lori.
Oh,
You're on
that's
my
okay.
mind because there's something else I want to ask you. So it was one of Heidi's questions. And one of the reasons that I thought it would be important to kind of look at is because it is an area, one of the goals that we included in our annual budget review that has been submitted to the town. And when Leslie Dinell and I go to ask for the money, and Leslie's very good at asking for that, we want to make sure that we all agree on what needs.
I don't know how to take that. I agree.
Well,
You've had a lot of work doing that, Leslie. You're very good. Yes, you've had a few
but
nice
anyway,
projects you've gotten together.
yeah, we want to make sure that since the Front Street issue is incorporated in one of the goals, getting a uniform landscape there, that we all agree on what that is. And in addition to that, Deborah has some really wonderful ideas that I think is important for us to listen to, so that we have like 3 months, this month, December and January, and we come back in February, to kind of let that percolate and have us think about it. So we don't have to make any decisions about anything, but I think that the ideas and what it means to have a landscape is important. So I want to share with you Mary Ann's response, and that was that we would ideally have similar types of planters. Mary Ann felt that the discussion that we had was around the tropical plants in front of Sylvia's and so on. I'm not so sure if I felt that way, but I do think that this whole issue about merchants, and Leslie, you're going to be taking over the merchant program, and the issue of Front Street and also perhaps North Scituate, and then the Greenbush area, we can think of that those are important issues to think about. And I'm wondering if Deborah can think a little bit, share with us some of the ideas that she had. And the original idea of having a uniform landscape actually came from Deborah, and it did. I have it in my minutes, Deborah, and it was.
I do. I actually remember that. Yeah.
Yes. And you had some really great ideas back then, and I just want to make sure that we all get them on paper.
So you want me to talk right now?
Yes.
Sorry, guys. Yeah. All right. So all I remember, Sitska, is we had I had a conversation with you and Mary when you're walking by my house. And it was on my mind that we had leftover, we didn't use all the money for the merchant program, and it was substantially lower than years past. So instead of wasting the money, I think my suggestion was, could you use the difference for maybe Christmas holiday decorating in the harbor, maybe a uniform wreath, something like that. Is that what you were talking about?
That was one. You also had mentioned before the idea of just giving everybody chrysanthemums.
I don't think I honestly, I don't think I suggested
But
that.
Mary,
but I think it's a good idea. But I don't think I suggested that.
And somehow that sticks in my head. That was when you and Mary were talking about how wonderful the adopt-a-lots looked. Wasn't it chrysanthemums?
Yeah, mums.
Yeah. Mums.
Yes.
Oh, the mums, yes.
Yeah.
We talked about that for next
and then
year.
doing more. Are you saying doing more of another, like do the merchant program in waves where we do the initial coupons in the spring, and then the mums for the fall, and then maybe holiday wreaths, a wreath or something in the winter.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I think when that day that we talked, only because we had so many less merchants this year than before. And I was just wondering what happens to if you had $50 for all the merchants that didn't use it, there's unused money that you could do for these other things. And I think primarily the Front Street is the focus of our town. As it's very visible when people drive through, even people that don't live in Scituate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah. And when you start thinking about that, there are lots of other aspects that one could add, like lovely lanterns from which you could hang plants and pots of plants all over. I mean, there's like a whole lot of things. I'm just wondering if, as we are going to start thinking about that, if we could get together with the merchant, what are they called? The economic development. There's a Front Street merchant group and the economic development program. I'm just wondering what their ideas would be about something like that, and if they'd be willing to kick in some money as well. So basically, the question is, is this something that we want to think about down the line? And it couldn't happen this any kind of Christmas wreath, and we haven't really set aside money. But is this something that the commission would like to think about and, have to say in
I keep losing
February
you.
when we have our next meeting that it would make? Yeah, I don't know why. I can see if I can plug in my earphones, if that would help. Hold on.
Okay.
Does anybody else lose me?
No.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, I'm just wondering if this is an area that people would like to pursue and think about. Expanding our merchant, particularly in Front Street program, to add some other components to it besides the flowers that we usually put together in the spring.
I think it's a great idea. It always comes down to, and I think we have the money to do it. I mean, we had money we gave back last year, but it's a matter of who wants to have the time to get it going, or set it all up. I mean, I think it's a neat idea to not just do it in the spring, but do what you did in the fall with the mums. And what if there's a way you could do like a voucher, a 3-way voucher that they would have? I don't know. I'm complicating it. Never mind.
Yeah, that's just it. Is how you don't keep it simple.
Complicating it.
How complicated would it get to do something like that?
Right. I guess that's.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Well, let's keep it simple. Let's the Beautification Commission make the decisions on the wreaths and leave the merchants out of it. Then it's uniform decoration through the harbor.
well, it's
Just a
my
thought.
it's my so basically what I am trying to see is if this is something that is an exciting proposal or an exciting way to think about Front Street and helping the merchants. Can you hear me? Because I put
Yes.
in my.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. I'm going to ask each one of you to think about it and either send me by email or call me issues that you see in terms of organizing it or finances. I'm just thinking about how we could get other people involved in doing that so that, we can go and manage it, but we're not going to walk around distributing the wreath. We could get high school students to do that. Heidi has been very interested in getting high school students involved. So that is one of the pieces that I would like to ask you if you want to pursue that train of thought.
Well, we did have $200 left from the $500 we approved for Mary for the mums. So, I mean, that is money that we kind of had approved.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying it's sort of out there.
Do we know what decorations the town is doing on Front Street?
A lot of people do their own. I know like Taylor Tibbetts does his own, or, he hires somebody to do it. I think
so
a lot
don't decorate
some
it all
do.
down there? They don't do anything with the,
They do some of the trees, I think.
yeah, the tree, that's right.
Or around the lights.
Yeah.
The
They
little
put a-
lights in the, yeah.
We used to have
So
a
are
spot
we
on the town
thinking-
pier that we did.
I was going to say, that's what I was saying too, that we used
Remember
to do
that,
a
Kathy?
Christmas tree. Yeah.
Yep.
And we
Yep.
decorated.
I don't know who's taken over that area or any. Who took over that area?
Can you repeat that, Kathy? Which area is that?
It's where that nice adopt-a-lot is, and on Front Street. We used to have a Christmas tree there, and then we decorate it with lights.
Leslie's.
Isn't that
Leslie's?
Leslie's?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
Leslie's?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's where we used to have a Christmas tree.
Yeah, it was pretty.
You know, one of the things that would be, of course, absolutely lovely if we would have this bunch of gas lights going up and down the front street and have plants hanging from that as well. But I think that is something that we certainly couldn't pursue, but somebody else may want to, if it's not our commission. But so are people willing to think about the possibilities, and then we can see if that is something we can pursue with funds for next year, and particularly looking at the fall and at the Christmas time next year?
I think there's
I think
some potential. Yeah.
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 So would people be willing to, as they're thinking about it, just send me the emails and I'll put them all together and send them to you in a document. And then in February, we could go and say, okay, is this something that we want to look at for next year? I think it would be wonderful to just, instead of trying to convince each individual merchant to participate, to just go and bring them something that they can put out.
Yeah.
So
Depending on the budget, correct?
yeah,
Correct.
it's that's going to be
And then-
Leslie's department. She can say, no, stop, no money.
Hardly.
But once, if we have enough for the mums, but then we may not have enough for the Christmas.
Yeah. So then the whole issue is, if that is going to start and we feel that it's really a worthwhile, event, we could, if we could ask to up our budget to next year to get more money.
Okay.
I think the odds of doing that are very, very, I've been told not to do it this year at all.
I would think with everything that's happening.
Yeah.
I would think we'd be pretty
Just
level
have-
funded.
Who said that they were told not to do it this year, Leslie?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Well,
people were,
because they
they're
don't wanna-
doing a level budget.
They
and
are,
that's
Nancy
what we
Holt, the
asked
town
for.
accountant, told me.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it looks like we're spending-
Everybody, they're asking everyone not to increase their budget. Actually, they've taken the budget, they've reduced it in, I don't know how many departments, but some of them.
Yeah.
She told me that they had.
So is there any money there now, Leslie? There is, right?
You mean for us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
do we have enough money? Because I was looking at the town hall, and I think the Christmas idea would be
So-
nice. I think that'd be nice to decorate.
Yeah. But
The town hall used to have a Christmas tree lit up all the time, and it's just white lights. It's very simple. Along with the wreath that they put on the building, and with all the landscaping that was done, I think it would be pretty. So would we have enough money in the budget to buy lights for the tree? Because I don't know if unless the town could do it, I don't know.
I think we would have enough. It's not that much for lighting.
Yeah, I don't think they cost that much.
So this is really not looking at this Christmas season. We're really thinking about next year's Christmas season. So
yes, I know that, but if there's money in the budget now to just buy lights for a tree, I don't see any harm in doing that for the town hall. At least the town hall. Next year we'll focus on the harbor.
I have a lot of lights. I might just bring my own.
Yeah. So we'll have to
Karen,
if you need help,
you
need help,
me
let me know.
decorate.
Yeah,
all right.
I forgot to put that actually on the item. So now the next thing is that I wanted to ask everybody is, before we go to the standing report, is there anybody who has any interest in reading the minutes of any of these commissions? If anybody wants to choose one, I'm happy to read all of the select boards. I always call them the select board because they're partly women and partly men, so I don't want to call them selectmen. So, but I'm happy to volunteer for the select board.
I'll do the advisory board. I read that anyways.
Yeah. Advisory board is Leslie. And I'll do, is there anybody else who's interested in any of them?
Read what they are, what the other ones are.
So the
If you would,
Conservation Commission,
Planning board.
the Planning Board, the Beach Commissions, the Scituate Harbor Cultural District. I'm wondering, Deborah, if you may be interested in checking
Sure.
those guys out.
What is it called?
It's called the Scituate Harbor Cultural District. And if you go to the town website, right, they're just on there. And I'm just curious what they're doing. And basically what I'm asking is, if you read the minutes and there's anything that you think is important to share with us, share it. If there's nothing that is important, don't worry about it. So that's great. So we have at least 3. And the community, so the planning board is another one, just in case that sometimes happens. And I'll keep, I know Mary Ann is often interested in that. So at least it'll help us to stay in touch with some of the people that are also trying to make the town look good. Does that make sense?
See, I'll do the,
Yes.
I'll do the Conservation Commission.
Which is also, you know, they have some great things. They just did the, they're looking at the Judge Cushing, it's a state park, by the way, but where Judge Cushing is buried. They're trying to fix it up.
It's over on Neilgate, yeah.
Yeah. Which last time I was there, I got eaten by bugs. It was the filthiest place I'd been. So I was so happy to see that, they're working on there.
Yeah.
I believe
Wow.
Judge Cushing, though, there's a correction there. I believe Judge Cushing is buried in Norwell Cemetery, and they're trying to get him moved back to Scituate. That was my last understanding from the Historical Society.
Last I was at that was about a year ago, and he and his family were buried right at Neilgate, but that there may be, so it's not Cardinal Cushing, it's Judge Cushing. Got them.
Did I say Cardinal? I meant Judge Cushing.
No. I know. I don't know where Cardinal
I'm thinking the Catholic
Cushing
Church.
Yeah, but anyway, Judge Cushing was buried at Neilgate in that little area.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about that. Ask Doug Litchfield on the Historical Society. I'm not 100% certain that's correct, but anyway, that's all right. There's definitely an important person in the Norwell Cemetery.
I remember taking my grandson there. Okay, well, I remember taking my grandson there a year ago because I thought I loved what is the all people being equal and all of that.
Sitka, I can do the beach commission.
To see that.
Who's
I can
that?
do the beach commission. I'm on the beach commission, so I see the.
I was going to say,
minutes.
yeah, I was going to say.
Okay,
Our
Leslie.
minutes aren't that long.
Leslie, you're going to do advisory board too?
I can't unless somebody else wants to do that. It doesn't, matter.
I just want to be sure. I have
Advisory is
it
a
in
good
the
one.
notes.
You really learn what's going on around town. That and the planning board. You learn all the projects and.
I'm happy
what's
to.
going on.
If nobody wants to read the advisory, I'll read the advisory too, which is fine. But because I think it will help us to be aware of what is happening. So, with that, we're going to go to our standing reports, and our treasurer, Leslie, is going to give the first report.
Did everyone get what I emailed today?
Mhm.
Yes.
I did. I couldn't quite.
I know, Karen, I'm sorry I didn't get it to you. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. I trust you.
Yeah. You know, Karen, we got it today, and so I didn't have a
Oh, that's fine.
chance
That's
to
fine.
get that to you.
I'll
Well,
be able to
I
review
didn't
it.
do it till today.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
well,
I'm
then
sorry.
it's perfectly fine.
The budget report, the October one that I had sent, there was one, we had encumbrance of the $486. And that's really the only change that was in the report that I sent today. It turns out, I really don't think Steve got paid the $486 was for the tree. However, I called him, I talked to Nancy, and he goes, I'm fine. I'm good with the way everything is. And so basically the money went back into our account. So that's why we're at 21,881 now, left in the account. So, but in that email that I sent, I was kind of projecting what we had, like what money and what we use it for. Like right now we have, after paying Morris for his contract, 11,122.87. And that includes, if we paid RNC Farms exactly what we did last year, which was $2,000 less than we've done, 2019, 2018. So it's a matter of whether, the merchant program is going to be bigger than it was last year, back to normal, or not. So that's really 11,122. But that includes that only includes RNC in the Morris contract that I took out, that I know for sure. So it could be a lot of money. I know Kathy and I have talked, we will, about the railroad islands, but if we do plant Scituate or Ship Shape Day, that was around $700. If the town hall project is done, so that was like $2,500, so we won't have that. We also bought the garbage cans, and that was $700. We won't have that. What we will have are the petunias for the railroad island, and then if we need replacements for that, which we think we will, but we just won't know till the spring.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I don't know what we want to. So basically, it's $11,000, and then taking out what we think we're going to end up doing. And if we want to do another project, my only thought was to get the town hall to finish what they did, meaning paint the building. I'd like to get with Kevin, get that done. I tried to do it, and Nancy Holt told me to back off, that he was really busy with the COVID and getting everything, figured out. So I backed off on it. But I would like to see that done next summer.
Yeah. I also would hate for us to spend money on paint. I'd rather.
No, we shouldn't pay for it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said including. Yeah. I think they should pay for it. The town. I think they will.
They will pay for it.
I don't think we'd have to do it.
Yeah.
Because they use the town painter to do it.
Cooking? No, it's okay. I'll do it.
So
that's basically what we have, is 11,000, and then whatever else we're going to do on the side of what we usually have done.
I'll eat it later. Yeah.
Yeah. Now
that would come out of that.
Also, if I may want to insert this, the budget hearings that Leslie and I have to go to are on December 17th at the library with the advisory committee, and on January 5th at the town hall. So I'll put them out to everybody, and if anyone wants to join us, you're very welcome to do so.
So much fun.
Last year I brought you cookies, though.
Remember, you talked. I had laryngitis. I remember you talked. Thank goodness you came.
So
that's really.
So that will be that. So the next item for the standing reports are the railroad crossings, and we also have to vote on the petunias. Kathy, are you going to do the railroad crossings?
Oh, yes. Basically, they've just been put to bed for the season. They look pretty good. I know there's some things that we need to put some more, I think, grasses in, and we have to, that area on Howlett Street that was run over, we need to put some things in there.
Actually, that's my adopt-a-lot. I'll take care of it.
Holland Street?
Yep.
Oh, you're doing,
And
you're doing
I go
both
by there.
islands on Holland?
I go by there constantly, and I didn't see anything run over. I looked at it closely. I saw that the sign was scraped.
No, the
by-
first island, half of the.
The one down by the
planting.
water? The other end of Holland Street?
Oh, on Gannett Road.
Okay. Oh, so that's the one you're referring to.
Yeah, the train islands on Holland.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
not the big island. These are the long train islands on Holland. That's
Okay, Kathy. Sorry, misunderstanding. Yeah,
All right,
I go by those two. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, and those are the ones that I'm speaking about. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So yeah, and at some point in time, I'd like to do some redesigning of the more and more you look around town, and the more you see designing things, they're really using local natives and things like that. So I think as we redesign, we should try and put more natives in because they'll be more drought tolerant and also better suited perhaps to that environment.
Absolutely.
But that's that's what I'm looking at in the future. So we'll see on how that all works.
And we should vote on the petunias so I could place the order with Ronnie. So that was last year we spent $1,200, which was that was $150 less than what we did in 2019. So it was around $1,200.
So Leslie, would you like for us to move $1,200 or more?
No, $1,200.
Excuse me, I interject. Are we voting to just put the petunias back, or choosing to change the color also to see if another color holds up?
I talked to Ronnie and Cindy, and they told me the pink, which obviously it is a hardy color because they're back, and some they came back, which I thought they were all dead. But she's told me that.
Yeah.
I mean, if we wanted to do, they've tested them and they found that the pink ones do the best of any other color.
I like them actually, but also the purple.
Well, I know that Mary Ann had brought that up, so just thought I'd touch on it again. Okay.
So I move we spend $1,200 on the petunias.
I second.
I second it.
Lori seconds. All in favor? Mary Tenero
Aye.
and Leslie
Aye.
Powell and Leslie Dinell
Yeah.
and Deborah
Aye.
and Kathy
Aye.
and Lori and
Aye.
Deborah.
And Karen, aye.
And now I'm going to the bottom.
What is it with?
Yeah.
So I won't let you forget me.
So the next item is the Adopt-A-Lot update, and also the question that people had about changing AAL signs. And Mary, I'm going to take minutes as you're talking of this.
No,
part.
there's not much to say.
Okay.
Heidi had asked about signs, and I got my folder out that Donna gave me. And 2 years ago, we purchased 9 new signs because certain caretakers wanted their names on them. So we have those signs. They're $20.40 a sign. So when Heidi brought that up, I didn't know if she felt that all the signs needed to be updated, or I didn't quite understand what she wanted, because we did get 9 new ones 2 years ago.
I have a suggestion.
Yes, ma'am.
It's aside from the signs, Mary Ann and I talked about getting the poop sign.
The
So
what?
the dog poop sign.
Oh,
Get
yes,
more
yes.
of those. I think some of the islands, they need 2. I only have 1.
You need two of the same sign? Is that what you're saying?
No, the sign, please, about the dog.
Oh, that, well, that.
I mean, I guess,
don't know where to get those.
to me, the money should be sent for that. Then, if
How much money would that be? How much are they a sign?
$20.40.
To
And
the
that's
no
without
poop
the hardware.
signs?
Yeah.
That is,
Donna
those
would
are
have
the,
that.
Probably the same amount.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Why are they $20 a piece? Doesn't the town make those license plates anymore?
They didn't come from the town.
No.
Oh, they
I have
always
a whole
did.
folder on
Kathy,
it.
don't you remember the town was making those signs for us when we first started putting signs on those lots?
Yeah,
I
they
remember
did at
that.
one point in time. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I think
I think the signs we don't even need signs. They're ugly. They look like license plates. They're hideous and they detract from the beauty of the plants.
I don't agree with you, Karen. I think they are a very nice color and I do like where they are. But outside of that, we don't need, if we're going to keep them right now, we don't need any more. But I'm just curious, can't you get the don't poop signs right at like, what are the hardware stores that sell those? And
Yeah, you can get them anywhere.
So yeah, so those don't need to be specially made. What if in February? So let's make a note. We're going to find out.
Amazon has a lot of them, by the way.
And Amazon. So
Amazon,
we're just going to
a lot.
find out how many, because I agree that we should go and get some signs because it's really annoying to walk in the harbor and see these dogs squatting down.
Yeah, Mary Ann's lot, especially between her and Pauline, they complained a lot.
So if we can send a little email to all of the Adopt-A-Lot volunteers who feel that they need a don't poop here or don't pee here sign, we would know how many we need, and then we can figure out what the cost would be, and we find out on Amazon or whatever what what the cost would be for a sign.
They're all definitely less than 20.
Yeah,
I would think they're less
absolutely.
than 20.
I agree because
A lot
and
less.
there's some cute.
We got our signs. I have the folder right here. It's called Road Traffic Signs, and it's in Brooklyn, New York. So that's where we ordered them.
But the don't poop signs,
that's different.
They're ready made.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donna got those. I don't know where. Yeah.
So the volunteer signs, there are.
Sitska, you're breaking up again.
Yeah, she's frozen.
Yeah, she's frozen.
Karen, if you can send us some.
Back.
Oh, okay. If Karen can send us and Heidi can send us some pictures of what they would like and what the cost of that is, we can go and make a comparison and decide what we like, what we what is a good price and so on and so forth. So we can go and look at that again in February.
Wait, what are you referring to, Sitska? You've lost me here. What are you referring to now?
So Karen, if
the poop signs.
The signs. So we really need poop signs. It's bad enough we're going to be looking at all these signs.
Are great. We can go. Pardon?
I don't think adding more signs to the islands is going to enhance the beauty of them or help at all.
It is.
People are going to ignore those signs.
No, what I'm saying is if we have to order new signs for new volunteers, do we want to stay with the signs or do we want to go and have different signs that are more attractive?
More attractive signs. I vote for that.
I don't know. I think you can send us or.
Okay. Well, all you have to do is go through the town in Oral, look at their signs. Their signs are tastefully done. They're simple.
So Karen, you go to Norwell, take some pictures and send them to us. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let us see what that looks like.
All right.
And then in February we can go and figure out, where we want to go from here. Does that make sense to people?
Yeah.
Do people agree with that? So that we have like two. The signs that we have now, signs that are seen as the Norwell signs that seem to be liked by Heidi and Karen, and then we can go and kind of look at that, look at the price and say, would it make sense to have the new signs that way or just continue with the ones that we have?
Okay, I do want it on record that I don't think we need signs at all, but I will definitely go to Norwell and try to. I don't agree with signs. I think they're a distraction from the beauty of the plant.
Yeah. Well, then don't worry about it, Karen. I'm just trying.
Oh,
to
I'm not
keep
going to worry about it, but
everybody-
I just want my opinion, noted.
Yeah, no, it is, and we take you seriously, and I want because you had said that you wanted different signs.
Well,
See,
if
because
everybody
as far
goes for if everybody votes for signs, then I would choose to change the signs because the signs there now look like license plates.
Okay, Mary.
As far as the poop signs go, just be aware that many of the islands are in the middle of a street. So they will not have the problem that Leslie has, that Mary Ann has. A lot of them are not.
Right.
So it's not
Okay.
something that we have to think about for a
Okay.
lot of the different lots.
Exactly.
It'll probably
Yeah,
be
they're just
fine.
on the ones
Exactly.
that are on the,
Okay.
yeah.
Exactly.
It's
So-
not going to be a big deal.
So we may just want to get 4 or whatever should
Yeah.
be, and then have that. I'm sorry, I'm laughing while we're talking about dogs and what have you, and I'm a little bit infantile when it comes.
Well,
So
my island is one of those in the middle of the road, so I don't have a problem with dogs, but I have a problem with smokers who throw their cigarette butts
Oh,
into
yes.
my island.
ooh, we should go
Oh.
make up a
Window.
sign with
Sign that says no smoking.
We can
No
have signs
but.
all over.
No
We should get
buts.
we should get the litter police on that one.
No butts. I know. But in conclusion, there are people, signs or no signs, there are people who are just going to do their thing and not feel guilty, and it's part
Correct.
of life. But I do agree that the no pooping signs will have an effect on some people, because I think some people, whatever, get
agree.
distracted, but you'd have to
Yeah.
feel really guilty if you let your dog
Yeah,
poop right by one of those signs.
I agree. It's pretty outrageous.
The thing of it is, I have had plants in the front die when they urinate there.
Oh,
So, would you like to have a sign that says, "Don't have your dog pee here. He will, or the dog will
I
kill
just
my
need
plants."
another one. I have
No
the other
pee,
one
no
on the other
poop.
side. I just need one for the front, and it could be discreetly positioned
Yes.
between the plants.
Yep.
yeah.
You could
I
say
agree.
something like, please keep pet,
So
like
annoying.
something about no pets as opposed to no peeing.
Well,
Like,
that's true. Or
Please
Yeah.
so
don't
something that covers it. So don't let
Curb,
your
isn't it curb your pet?
curb your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, curb your pet.
dog.
curb your dog. I
Yeah.
forget what
Curb your
mine
dog.
says, but
Yeah.
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 seriously, my plants have died.
Yeah. No, I agree, and I've
And
been
I'm
in
on
the
my hands
harbor.
and knees planting them.
Yeah. No, and I think it's gross. I mean, even though I'm smiling, I'm not. It's just the subject matter that makes me feel.
I found a big pile after everything died 2 weeks ago. So it's like
gross.
they feel that, wow, the guy's not there now. I can start going there.
But it's also
Amazon, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting. Amazon has a very small, like one of the smaller size signs, 7 by 9 inches. I'm trying to think of how big the stake is, maybe bigger. But anyway, they say, please keep pets off the landscaping. Now that kind of tells them not to even let them pee there. A lot of them, it's just, they're not saying that. That kind of infers.
That does sound something like what you, yeah.
That
That's
wording
kinda
is much
nice.
better.
It's like $40.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for 2.
So Leslie, would you be willing to take a look and see the different signs that exist, and then decide what you and Marianne would like?
Well, I mean,
and what you
everybody could go on
prefer,
Amazon
then
and
come
look at
in
them and just
February.
get a feel for what you
Yeah.
think would be what you might want. Like Leslie, especially you, because it would be on your
Yeah.
island. But and Karen, I don't know if you wanted to still talk to Norwell. I didn't know what you were.
Well, they're not bad looking signs if you want signs. I mean, I said I'm just totally against signs, period. But I will be glad to do that if the commission would
Okay.
like us, sure.
Okay.
So everybody has options and can see things. Yeah.
So for February, we're going to make a decision about Amazon or whatever signs on dog curbing. and we are going to think about flower signs, plot signs, adopt a lot signs, if we need new ones for people that don't have a sign yet. So I'm going to put it on the February agenda. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yep.
So here is the IT web manager update, and it stays really difficult to figure out how to get on the Scituate web, So Deb, it's your turn.
I don't really have anything to add. I wasn't at the
Okay.
last meeting. I still haven't
Yeah.
had any luck getting our names, the list of the members on the web page itself. And I did send an email and I never heard back, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But then I talked to Karen Canfield. She gave me the person to talk to, and they're just not responding. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I could do short of going down to town hall and talking to
Seth.
yeah, and just be there in person. Just be like, can somebody just show me how to do this? Someone, I think every person on any commission, other commission should have someone that knows how to do that. I just have not had any luck. When I go to enter it, it rejects it.
And I tried to look at it too, because and I had hoped that Seth would perhaps help us with that. Perhaps we could ask Brianna if she would help us figure out what to do. So let me see if I can find out if Brianna could give us a
Tutorial?
a web lesson, a tutorial. I can't figure it out either. And it seems so simple to just put new names in and doesn't work.
I can add content on everything else, but I can't. For some reason, it says I'm using the wrong format, and I got out the instruction booklet that I've given a year or two ago, and I followed the steps. But then when I hit save content, it rejects it. It says using wrong format. So
There's
Can I jump in? Do you mind if I jump in?
Hi, Seth.
How are you?
We need your help.
Good. So you're talking about the website, right? Scituatema.gov?
Yes.
Yep.
Good. So just so you know, so Brianna and we oversee the TV department of the town. And there is an actual IT department that hosts a specific server for the website. So we don't manage that. And just so you're aware, the town uses what we sort of call like a template website. So if you look at other towns around us, all the websites are the same. So you only have certain things you can do. You can plug in certain text and certain agendas and certain pictures. If you want to do more, you have to get pretty specific with it. With that said, Brianna and I do not oversee that. It is the town's IT department. So it would either be Mike Mincello, and you can look that up, or Steve Moberg.
That Steve is the one that I tried to reach.
Well, right. And again, what's strange is there are only two individuals that oversee everything for every department.
They're very busy. Yeah.
So they are, but keep harping away, but they're the ones. I mean, if you've already touched base. Now, once again, I do want to point out, keep in mind, there are restrictions, there are limitations rather with how far you can go before you
That's
need
what
to
I
sort of
was
create.
thinking. Maybe I'm being blocked for a reason is kind of what I was thinking, because I have no problem adding the minutes, agendas, any
Right.
posting. But when I do that, they probably want more control over what that says. So I'm probably being blocked out of it is what I was guessing.
Right. And to be totally honest with you, so is my department, the TV department, is that we're the same way. So don't feel bothered by that.
Okay. I'll keep trying.
You got it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Seth, for coming in. And Deborah, that's very interesting, because I think that's then an issue that the town should look at if their own commissions cannot post their board members or update their list of board members. So that is pretty serious
I'm going to
issue.
peruse around on some of the other boards on their pages and see what information they have. And I think I've seen some that do have the names and some that don't.
Yeah.
But I don't see any reason why we can't have our names on there.
Yeah, I
That's just
agree.
me.
Yeah.
But I can see why they probably do want a certain amount of control over what goes on their website.
Mm.
And I feel
Well,
like when
I
I'm doing it, I'm
understand that
purposely
too.
being blocked out of it for some reason. So
Yeah. But they
I-
should have a list of people they can trust, right?
yeah.
And
All
you
right.
should be on that list.
Can I add one more thing? If you go to the Scituate Police's link under scituatema.gov, you'll
Mhm.
see their page looks a little different than everyone else's. That's because they wanted it that way, and they had to pay extra for that. So keep that in mind.
Oh, right.
Mhm.
So maybe
So-
we just have the minimal
Correct.
site
Yes.
that's available, and they think we maybe don't need it any more extensive, anything more on that. Yeah.
It could be, but I will add this. Your name you should be able to add that. So there's probably a
It's
way.
just nice if people know us, then they can approach us if they have anything they want to bring up to the commission.
Agreed.
Agreed. It's a friendly town, and you'd like to be open and available to people.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree. So Deborah, we're going to go and see how we can move this forward. And I'm happy to email them, and you have some good contacts in the town. We can just keep on plugging away at that. We're off to the merchant coordinator, and we may not have any update on that because there's nothing that has happened. And also, Leslie has to go to her, signed off because she has to go to her interview. The Plan Scituate, we don't have any update on that, right, Lori?
No.
So we have an update on the Ronnie Schoen lot, which Leslie can share with us. Dino.
I spoke with Bill Morris, and he has maintained that lot for years. I mean, it might have even been before Donna Bangert, worked with him on all the different lots. So he has done that with the lot down by St. Mary's and other lots that are a little more dangerous around town. And he's he's planning on continuing with it. He did say that he had more work to do on the islands. I think on our railroad islands too, Kathy. And he was going to do it he hoped by Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So winterize them. And so they're not finished right now.
Yeah, they've been cut back. Well, most
Not all of them, but a lot of them. You're right.
Most have, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but he did say he would finish it up.
Okay, by Thanksgiving? Okay.
That's what he said.
And I just wanted to also say, looking at the Ronnie Schoen lot, it's a very small little island with a big manhole in the middle. And I think it's a very difficult lot to go and make it look pretty,
That's not true. It has looked pretty in the past, Sitka, very pretty.
Yeah, but lots of kids crossing there with bikes and what have you. But
no, they don't cross through the island with a bike.
Well, I stood there on the corner and I watched these kids coming from Ronnie Schoen, going across there. So, and this was about a week ago that I spent a little bit of time looking to see what happens when school lets out. But anyway, I am glad that it is on the list of Morse and so on. So I think we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed.
If I just mention, we have never, as long as I've been on the commission, we've never spent money on plant material on that island. I don't know who spent the money, but it never came out of our budget.
Yeah.
I don't
the
ever
only thing
remember
out of our budget is paying Bill Morris, and that was just comprehensive for everything.
Okay,
so I don't know who plants the flowers there.
I don't know either. And I talked with Donna actually about Ronnie Schoen, and she said it hasn't been hasn't been an adopt-a-lot for many, many years because it's too dangerous a spot.
Yeah. And the adopt-a-lot sign should be removed immediately if that's the case.
I didn't see that there, so we will look.
Because it was an adopt-a-lot when Kathy and I were on the commission together. It's always been an adopt-a-lot.
No, we took it off years ago because of that we decided it was too dangerous.
Right.
Who,
Okay,
Judy Mel?
okay.
that
But
used-
it was
Judy
maintained
Mullen
by
used-
somebody.
Judy Mullen, yeah, Judy Mullen did
Mullen
that.
used to do that
Okay,
island.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember seeing someone there, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So Donna said it was taken away years ago because it was too dangerous,
Yeah.
an intersection.
Oh, it is dangerous, yeah.
Yeah. So some more new business. I sent you a plot plan that of the harbor of Cole Parkway. And as we are talking about any annual special projects and tree planting, it was pointed out to me, or it was pointed out in this email, that several folks in the town, including Kennedy's, are planning to plant a tree there that they donate. And if we are looking for a place to plant a tree, we may want to think about adding to the tree, because there's still that lot. I hope you got the little map that I sent you all. So there was still one spot, one place where they need a tree. So as we are going to talk about, if there are any annual special projects that we want to look at for the future, again, it's not something to vote on or decide on, but if there are any ideas that people have, like for us to start thinking about that. One place that we talked about that is in bad shape is the library. At one point, we talked about the fact that the library has a lot of money, but they don't have that money for landscaping, as it turns out. So, but are there any areas in town that people can think of where they would like to see a more beautiful area?
I always think of the old Pier 44. That building, which is now a town building, looks awful.
Yes, yes.
That some simple landscaping
agree.
there could make a big difference.
I agree. And there are so many people who go there and who also park their car there to look at the harbor.
Yes, yeah. It is an area where visitors do see, and townspeople go as well.
So one suggestion for us to start thinking about, and again, we have like many months to think about this before we have to start or whatever, but I like to have a meeting in February where we are going to make some decisions. Like right now, it's just thinking. So we have Old Pier 44. I would like to add the library because the grounds look so awful.
Great.
I'd like to add the police station. Leslie, you had mentioned that before.
Yeah. Yeah. Police station's
It's
pretty
a mess.
bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's bad.
And I think Mary Ann had mentioned in one of her emails the health department.
Oh yeah, that little building over there. Yeah. Yeah, that has nothing there.
Yeah. Are there any other areas that people can think about? So when we come back in February, if we all can kind of take a visit to Old Pier 44, and I have to say, Kathy, I walk by there at least twice a week on our walk to the lighthouse, and I always go crazy with the weeds and the unattractiveness that is over there.
Yeah.
The library, when I bike by there and I see all of the weeds over there. The police station, they haven't been watering. It had some nice plantings a number of years ago. And the health department looks pretty shabby. So there are 4 places.
Good 4 places. All right.
The library, they are going ahead with the patio.
Yeah.
It's a winter project, so.
Okay.
I don't know, there might be landscaping to do around that.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. But so basically, I really would like to think of how much money we may have and over how much time we can, over a couple of years, have things go in phases. And make just one area of the town look beautiful and then move to the next. So it could even be something that there are 4 areas that we're going to look at, and which one would we start with? And we have a 10-year plan, you know?
Mhm.
I like 10-year plans. But something that you know, you're kind of moving towards something that is going to go and make things look better.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll put that on the agenda for February. Then the other thing is, and this is where I was thinking actually about Lori. And Lori, I was going to go and email you, and then my email just didn't sound very, it sounded a little pushy. So I thought I'll just wait till we're here. I would like to start thinking about if we're going to do these volunteer T-shirts, because the money has been sent. The town apparently did receive a donation for $750 to be spent on T-shirts and aprons for Adopt-A-Lot people. And when
Really?
we were doing all
Who did
really? I
that?
didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
I never heard that.
I didn't either.
Well, it should. I think they're waiting for the selectmen to accept it. So.
And where will
to
the money
accept that
go? Into
donation.
what account?
To the beautification
Oh,
commission.
really?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
been earmarked for the beautification commission.
Do you know who it's from?
Yes, she does.
Oh, all right. Well, never mind. Sorry. Very nice.
It's not from me though. Well, but you know, one of the things, Leslie, that we have in our budget for, you know, the beautification commission is to solicit funds for aprons or T-shirts, right?
Yeah.
For the Adopt-A-Lot people.
Yeah.
So we actually are ahead of the game now.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So we got the so now
I found my T-shirt. One of my T-shirts the other day. It was quite pretty.
What color did you have, Kathy? What color did you have? Because we had
It's a moss green.
a moss green.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
moss green.
mine's turquoise. Actually,
Yeah,
it's turquoise.
I also have the turquoise one too, which is somewhere else. But
Wow.
I happened to find this one in a pile. I went, oh, I didn't even remember we had moss green ones.
And we used to have
Yeah.
a yellow one with green lettering too.
Yes, and that one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
This.
And we gave them out on Ship Shape Day. That's when we gave them out.
So
so
you gave them to people who volunteered?
Oh, we wore them. Excuse me. Correction
They're
there.
for Adopt-A-Lot
We wore
people.
them. We wore them.
Oh, wore them. Okay.
Yeah.
And so
So-
they just said beautification. They weren't for the volunteers, or did they say volunteer?
It
or
says Adopt-A-Lot on it.
Yeah, Adopt-A-Lot.
Adopt-A-Lot?
I think it said the Scituate Beautification. I should take it out now and look at
Yeah.
it.
Can you guys take pictures and send them to us?
Sure.
yeah, because you know you had some real good insights with design and finding people who would do that. And so if we can get a sense of what the cost would be and colors and sizes, but I went on a website and it had T-shirts that said volunteer on the back, but then it had
Yeah.
nothing on the front. You have to put something on the front, but
Yeah.
Well, we can
and,
just
you
use
know.
the same design, and we don't even have to think of the design because there was really nothing wrong
well,
with the design.
I would really like Lori to take a look at it because she has a really good sense of you do of design.
There you go,
And
Lori.
would you
So
be
do-
willing to do that?
I can. Yeah. What is our target? You mean to discuss again what is our next meeting? It's February.
So in February, so to just say, we can order X amount for X amount of money,
Yep,
and then
I can do that.
we can just figure out,
Let me ask a couple of questions. One is are they going to be Scituate Beautification Commission or are they going to be Adopt-A-Lot? How specific are they going to be?
Lori, maybe I can bring one by and show it to you, and maybe Kathy as well, because
Yeah.
I know Kathy's not that far
Yeah.
from you.
Yeah,
We can certainly show you what they used to look like.
Okay, here's the thing. If you could send pictures, that would be great, but I am strictly quarantining because I'm leaving on Saturday for Georgia. So
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm not
fine.
even answering my door.
By the way, I love Georgia Secretary of State.
Oh, isn't she great?
He.
Oh, I thought you were
Rocky
talking about the
Burger.
mayor. I like the mayor. Okay.
It's over. But anyway, I was so happy to hear the Secretary of State, who is a Republican, talk about the process that they're using in Georgia, and he is so straightforward. It made my heart sing.
Well, here's it's just a little aside, but it's a good time for the state to be starting to turn blue if I'm moving there. So I'm happy.
Well, he's a good guy, and really. But anyway, I was very impressed. In fact, I'm so impressed. I'm thinking about sending him a postcard. I was impressed.
I think we need to get back to the agenda here.
Yes.
Yep.
So photographs. If you guys could email me, that would be awesome. Photographs, and then I'll start a discussion with all of you.
Very good.
Yeah, and then
Kathy, would you do me?
Yep.
Kathy, is it possible you could give me a call when you do yours, and I'll bring mine by? I mean, they're the same thing, but
so I'm sorry. You don't have an.
yeah, unfortunately,
okay.
but I'd be glad to do that, and then maybe you can photograph. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, well that's fine. So yours says the same thing as mine does, Kathy. So it's just different colors.
No, one of them is different. One of them has a tree on the back of it.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have that
I
one.
found the other day. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
And the other one is and I don't even know where that old one is, but yeah, I could come by and take a picture and send it to Lori.
Yeah. So if you could take a picture and send it to Lori, and then the other thing is that whatever logo seems to make sense, we also would like to see if we can get aprons, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about aprons.
Yeah, when would you wear an apron?
Yeah, see, we went to the expense of making aprons for the garden club that I belong to.
We did as well.
And we wear it to meetings, but I never put it on when I go outside to garden. So, so I think the T-shirt would be something that I might be tempted to put on in the morning, go down and work in my Adopt-A-Lot, and then keep it on for the rest of the day so that I'm kind of around town, and it's kind of good publicity, goodwill for the for the people in the town to see it. That's what I would think.
The Scituate Garden Club made aprons too that we used to wear for our plant sale, but we haven't. They're in a box somewhere long gone.
Yeah.
So
I like the T-shirt idea though.
Because that's I did too. And volunteer on it,
Yeah.
So that was the whole idea to start with. I don't know where the aprons came up with, but I agree. I don't think anybody really wears an apron when they're gardening.
It was Leslie who was actually thinking about that. Trying to,
So how many people will we talk? We're talking about commission members plus Adopt-A-Lot volunteers. Is that right?
I think it's more the Adopt-A-Lot, because the whole idea was that these people are out working in their garden and are being seen.
And there's a lot,
I mean, we could wear them for Ship Shape Day or Plant Scituate, the commission could wear them, but basically they were for Adopt-A-Lot. So, that's 30 people. So we could get 40 or 50 and have them.
Yeah,
I think that's a great idea.
And really that people know they're volunteers.
Great idea.
They're not working for a gardening company.
Right.
I love the idea.
Thing.
Yeah. And it looks like we're going to have extra money this spring, right?
Yeah. But we have that $750 donation.
Oh, that's right.
We have the money.
I don't think they're going to cost $750, but that's
so we have some for the following year. Yeah.
Because if it's designated for T-shirts, it is kind of a lot of money to put towards T-shirts.
Do you have to use it all this year? Can't you?
No, you just will have it for.
Keep
no, you can't. You everything is zeroed out at the end of the year.
Even a donation?
Even that amount?
I think so, because the way
even
it
a
works,
gift?
the donation goes into the
Trust, isn't it?
trust fund.
So then we could do,
No,
does it have to?
I don't think it's going into the trust fund. I think it has been
I mean,
earmarked.
it usually
for
has to go that
t-shirts.
way.
Does it is it
Maybe.
designated for adopt-a-lots, or can it be just the beautification commission? Because we could do plants.
It's earmarked for the beautification commission to purchase t-shirts and aprons or other items for adopt-a-lot volunteers.
Oh, it is adopt-a-lot, because I was going to say we could do Plant Scituate and have it be part of,
Yeah.
part of our ship shape.
I
and all
know
that.
when the money was given for the trash barrels on the Driftway, it was set for, the donation was for the trash barrels. It still had to go through the trust fund.
Well, check with Nancy.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm thinking it does have to go to the trust.
Pretty sure.
Generous donation, though. Thank you.
very
to whoever
generous.
did that.
Yeah.
Love donations.
Mary,
too.
before I forget, I want to let you, I took my hoses back from town hall today. So I just want to let you know that old one of the towns is there, but it leaks really bad.
Yeah.
But I don't think we need to really water, I don't know, much anymore. So
Yeah, we've had some good rain the last few days.
we have.
Yeah.
So there's only one thing left for us, and that is to have our November meeting date. And I have the
November?
draft agenda in front of me. I mean, February.
Oh, February.
And
Okay.
I just want to get the exact date here. So
You had
The
February
16th.
16th? Okay.
16th.
yep, that's correct. So the February 16th meeting, is that going to be working for people?
Yep.
Yep, I'll be back.
So in terms of notes, I just want to thank everybody for living through all of this and the Zoom meetings, and it's very tiring, but I think we're getting a lot of work done. And the thing that I did not put on the agenda that we really should think about, and I'll send you an email, is if anybody is interested in decorating the town hall for Christmas this year.
I won't be here.
But this year,
That's right.
Siska?
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
So
Yeah.
But keep it simple. We don't have to go crazy. We just keep it simple.
yeah.
What I can do is I can offer, if you'd like to come and do some cuttings from my yard while I'm not here. I've got
Great.
some good greenery. I've got a beautiful winterberry, as long as you don't take a ton of it, but you could use some of the winterberry.
Is that you, Kathy?
No, this is
that's,
Lori.
Lori.
Oh,
yeah,
Lori.
sounds good.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes it's hard to differentiate the voices.
Yeah.
so
So feel free.
I'll put an email out, and I know that Marianne was interested in decorating, and then she will have a better sense of how to cut that without ruining your bushes.
Well, it's
Lori?
but I mean, I've invited a few select friends to come and take things,
And take
just as
some,
long as
yeah.
someone doesn't come and just hack away.
Yeah, no,
And I don't think you will.
We'll just
Be
take
careful.
Yeah. Okay.
How long are you going to be
You're
gone,
very
Lori?
brave, Lori.
So you have to make a motion.
I'm going to be gone about
Make a
6
motion
weeks.
to adjourn.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I want to ask one more question. When is the baby due?
Middle of December. 1 more month.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Ooh.
Great.
Exciting.
So you'll be there. Yeah. Have fun.
Thank
Have
you.
fun
That's
and
great.
enjoy
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Yes,
And
I
no
will.
snow shoveling. We
You got it.
adjourn at 8:21. Do I move to adjourn? Is there a second?
I second.
Mary seconds. All in favor? So Lori, you're left.
Aye.
Karen, you're left.
Yeah, I just have one last question. Kathy, do you want me to give you a call, or do you want to call me, or what? So I know when it's a good time to meet with you with the T-shirts.
Sure. Yeah, you can give me a call.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Call me and let me know if you need another one.
All right. Thank you.
Kathy, you say aye about adjourning, and
Aye, yep.
Leslie?
I say aye.
Aye, Karen.
All right. All right. Well, we are adjourned. And Seth,
Great.
thank you very much again.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank
Wonderful
you.
job.
Everyone have a
Wonderful job.
happy Thanksgiving.
You too. And can I just
Happy
say,
Thanksgiving.
Sitska, you're doing a wonderful job.
Yes,
Thank
you
you
are.
very much.
Yes,
Great job.
Yes.
Very
Thank you.
good.
Oh,
Yes.
you're awfully kind. Thank you.
No, you're doing
And
a
I'm
great
sorry
job.
that I'm laughing about dogs. Anyway, there
All
it
right,
is.
everybody, be
All right.
well.
Take
Yes,
care,
Well,
everybody.
take care.
Thanksgiving.
Stay safe.
And
Be well.
Brianna,
Thanksgiving.
thank you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Night.
Thanks,
Night.
everyone.
All right. Bye.